Hey guys, welcome back to the vlogs. Sorry I haven't been very good at doing them this year, but that's all going to change. I will be doing them weekly, so I'll be bringing to you more beauty tips and hair tips, etc., as well as fashion based stuff, so watch this space for more. For those of you who got back to me about the tights video, I got a lot of requests to do more imagery based stuff and change into different types, show you how to wear them with different outfits, etc., etc. I am going to do another post. I'm trying to figure out how I can do a vlog instead of a blog, so a video instead of just a written piece on it. But either way, there will be something. So if you're watching me on AFO or you're watching me on my YouTube channel and you want to know more, just keep an eye on my blog, and at worst I will do a whole post just with imagery of different ways to wear different styles of tights. If you're wanting to be updated on it, then just follow me on Twitter or join my fan page on Facebook and under m.core, and it'll update you as to when I do the most relevant posts. So yeah. Right, today I'm going to talk about jumpsuits. Now, to most people who don't know what a jumpsuit is, it's basically those all-in-one items you get. They've been referred to me before as baby grows, which I find a bit amusing. I don't really want to be known as someone who walks around wearing a child's outfit, but that's probably quite an apt way to explain it, in the sense that it's those all-in-one pieces. You get jumpsuits and play suits. Now, the difference between that is, for me, a play suit is shorts based and a jumpsuit is trousers based. So if you're shopping or if you're online and it's an all-in-one but it's trousers, that's a jumpsuit. If it's shorts, it's a play suit. Somewhere like boohoo.com, if you go on their website, they've separated theirs, so play suits and jumpsuits are separate in different sections if you want to get a bit more of a definite idea. But otherwise, most places, type in a jumpsuit, you get loads of places coming up. It can be a bit confusing. Now, in terms of trends, I'd say they're quite easy to adapt. The two trends I want to focus on are 70s and colour blocking, just because they're the two main ones that are really out around at the minute. 70s wise, you can't really adapt your jumpsuit to the 70s trend in terms of the piece itself, but you can get accessories, so maybe team it with a big hat, or a long line fur gilet, really 70s glam chic kind of look. The best jumpsuits for me for a 70s trend would be the ones that have really wide leg flare trousers that almost look like you're wearing a skirt. A really good place that does this is Topshop, and I'll be putting the image up of that as well. But the trick to that, I think, would be to get the ones that have quite a fitted top that then flare out, because that's also going to really flatter you as well. So yeah, Topshop, I'll attach the imagery. In terms of the colour blocking trend, the whole point of colour blocking is that it's going to be blocks of colour that don't necessarily go together normally. So think a mint green with a bright orange, that kind of thing. So don't shy away from, if you've got a red top and a blue jumpsuit, put it together. My easiest way of colour blocking with a jumpsuit, because obviously they are all-in-ones, would be if they've got more of a streamlined top. So say for example this kind of a plain vest top kind of top, I would get another jersey piece from places like Topshop, H&M, Primark, New Look, those kind of places. They've all got really good basic ranges, which will only cost you in maximum of £20 for a jersey piece, and just invest in a few bright colours that you can then adapt into your normal wardrobe as well for colour blocking. But say if with this, I'd get maybe a red shirt or a pink vest top and knot it, that kind of thing. When you're dealing with a more tailored kind of top, you get tailored tops or more of a structure on the top half of your jumpsuit, it's quite hard to find tops to go with that, because obviously a top upon the top, it can look a bit bulky. So I would say go for a shirt again. You get a lot of long line bright colours around at the minute, or like a long line cardigan, and maybe team it with a belt. So you could go for like a purple cardigan with a black jumpsuit and a green waist belt or something like that. So yeah, if you want inspiration as to who to look to for colour blocking, I would say the design house Miu Miu, because their catwalks are always full of colour anyway, and they really pop and also just totally clash, but it works. So that's a good place to look to for a bit of like inspiration. In terms of shapes, no matter what shape you are, you can find a jumpsuit to suit you. You just need to be clever in the type of cut you get and the materials. If you're a slimmer, athletic, kind of straight up and down build, you can get away with any type of jumpsuit. But if you're looking to create a bit more of a shape, I would say the best thing to do would be to invest in a couple of waist belts, maybe even the skinny ones, and you can knot them as well. And that will just give you, like, bring you in at the waist and give you a shape. The other thing I would suggest would be going for maybe a jumpsuit that's got shoulders or like sleeves, like so more of a like piece of fabric there, and just attach in there some shoulder pads, which you can get from most haberdashery stores. Like I said, just put in like a shoulder pad there, so it will lift it up and give you more broader shoulders. Team that then with a waist belt, and it's going to give you that whole like hourglass figure. And yeah, it will give you that shape, and it will kind of give it kind of a glam kind of look as well with the shoulder pads. If you're more curvy, I would say, for me personally, because I know my figure's quite, I've got kind of shoulders and I've got a really small waist and then quite wide hips, and if I just wear those kind of balloony type ones that are just no shape at all, it just makes me look bigger. So what I would suggest would be maybe going for, if you want to go for that, that's fine, but team it with a belt again, or go to somewhere like H&M. I've got some good ones, again ASOS, and again Topshop, and go for the ones that have the waist, like a waistband there, so it will pull you in at the waist and make the most of your figure. I know that there's a couple of designers based on ASOS as well who've got like a leather-based corset going into looser trousers, and also just like tailored pieces, because they're always going to be really flattering if you can get the right kind of cut. Warehouse and ASOS again are really good for those. And yeah, just kind of remember like belts, etc. Use them to your advantage and just really give yourself that extreme looking shape. And materials to avoid if you've got a more curvy figure would be, I'd say, the lurex based ones that are quite stretchy but kind of hang in a weird way. I know you get like harems and stuff in that kind of material, and also maybe like silks. If you want to go for that, that's fine, but try going maybe for a size bigger, because if you get it wrong, they are just going to cling to all the lumps and bumps that you're trying to hide. So that'd be another tip. So yeah, that's kind of it for the jumpsuit. Like I said, you probably have like loads from last season which you can just use again this year. Don't feel like you have to buy a new jumpsuit just because it's 2011. Like, just bring it through. I think that's going to be a big like trend this year, of just not really having specific items that you need to wear, unlike last year, but having like the same items from last year and just adapting them with maybe accessories, etc., and making them work for you this season. If you're watching me on the YouTube channel, all the links, etc., you can click onto my blog and you'll see the whole I'll do a whole post on what I've talked about, give you imagery for the different body shapes and what like jumpsuits I think are best for those, and all the links for like all the places I've mentioned. Again, if you're watching me on AFO TV, then just head on to my blog. And if you've got anything that you want me to cover, like I've had a few requests for different things, then let me know and I will research and try and come up with a vlog for you. And if I can't do that, then I'll do a blog. So just get in touch with me and I will see what I can do. But for this week, that's it for the vlogs, and